guys, I'm Jamie from Miss Jamie OT, and tonight I'm going to be talking about the importance of shoulder stability and how it impacts your child's pencil grasp. So January's theme for my Miss Jamie OT Facebook Lives videos was handwriting legibility, and February's theme is going to be pencil grasp. So tonight I'm combining the two to talk about something that really impacts both handwriting legibility and pencil grasp, and that is core strength and shoulder stability. So shoulder stability is the ability to keep your shoulders still while using your hands to perform a fine motor activity, and that can be writing or eating or coloring or picking up pegs and putting them in a board. You remember that a toddler, when they're doing anything fine motor, they're kind of using their whole arm, and their shoulder is basically responsible for doing the work. And that's very developmentally appropriate. But what we want to see moving forward is that the child starts to develop stability in their core and in their shoulders, that they can start to keep their shoulders still and use their hands and their wrists to do more of the work. And then going into kindergarten, what we really hope to see is that the child is able to rest their arm on the table and use their fingers to move the pencil. And that's when a child is really able to control their pencil to write their letters properly and neatly. Children who tend to use improper pencil grasp might use the wrong muscles, or they might be actually using their whole arm, which really leads to a lot of frustration because it's very tiring. So it is important to correct pencil grasp, but before that, we need to make sure that that core strength and shoulder stability is also there, because it's a foundation for both of those things. So core strength and postural control and shoulder stability has all been declining over the years, which is upsetting. But one of the reasons why this is actually kind of interesting is that in the 1990s, doctors stopped recommending moms putting their babies to sleep on their stomachs, on their bellies, because of SIDS disease. And so because of that, children started getting a lot less practice pushing up and holding themselves up and working on their neck and back muscles and weight bearing into all of these joints. And with that came a decline in fine motor skills and also shoulder stability. So that's why we always hear about the importance of tummy time nowadays, because children aren't getting that practice before and after sleeping and naps. So it's important to make sure that they still get that weight bearing practice. It's really important that children spend time crawling and on all fours and weight bearing into their joints for their upper body strength. So things that you can do to work on that at home are to do obstacle courses with your child, maybe make a tent, have them crawl around the living room, anything with their weight bearing on their arms. I like to recommend yoga for kids, and any kind of position or exercise where they're weight bearing into their hands and fingers. And this also works on hand strength too. Weight bearing into the hands and palms of the hands works on these tiny little muscles in here, which is what we need when we want them to start manipulating their pencil. So these little cards, these little pictures are actually from a product that I love to recommend. It's called the Core Strengthening Handbook, and I actually use it in therapy all the time because it makes exercise fun for kids, and especially if you have any kids who are really not excited to do their exercise and they're maybe lethargic and they just don't want to work on exercises. Maybe they're more of a child who would prefer to play with the iPad. The cool thing about this product is that it actually comes with another set of exercise cards that has QR codes. So this is really great for parents because if you have the QR app on your phone, you can just scan it quickly and it brings you right to a little YouTube video of what the exercise is. So for parents who don't know what an inchworm walk actually looks like, it takes you right there. So your child is excited because they get to use a tablet or your phone or something during this obstacle course, and you get to see exactly what the exercise is and what it should look like. So that's a great little tool, and I love to send it home with my students for OT homework because it works on core strength and the kids think it's fun and the parents get to carry over and really be a part of the activity. So I've also made some fun games for my kids with that product. I made gross motor dice. I'm going to be posting a post about this in a little while about all the products I've made, including core strength memory, where they have to turn the cards over and find the match, and then they can do the exercise, and it also has a list of, you can keep track of how many times you do the exercise, which is great because you want your child to build endurance and stability and strength. That's really important. So other things that you can do are sign your child up for karate. I love to recommend yoga. Swimming is great for core strength. And I also have a freebie that I'm going to be posting in about 2 minutes about different ways that you can incorporate core strength into everyday play. So you can get this freebie in a minute when you see it on my Facebook post. And through this freebie, you can also see the link for the core strength handbook. It's actually 40% off this week. So definitely check it out if you think it might be something that would be good for you and your child. I highly recommend it. I actually use it all the time. So next week, I will be talking more about pencil grip and giving you some good tips and tricks for how to get your child holding the pencil properly. But don't forget that that core strength piece and postural control and shoulder stability are really important too. And children need that first before they can start really using their fingers instead of their whole arm. So please don't forget to like my Facebook page if you liked this video. And don't forget to tune in next week at 8 o'clock on Monday for pencil grips and grasps, tips and tricks from Miss Jaime OT. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.